I'm going to be speaking as a representative of the government of the Central Bank of Nigeria. But permit me to make a caveat that I will not be making any policy statement today. Anything that is perceived as a policy statement today, let me assure you it is not. As the first speaker said, we're going to be talking about reforms in the era of global economic uncertainties, Whither, Nigeria. I will read parts of the speech, but I will also interject to give it more color and flavor as we go along. So please bear with me. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to deliver this keynote address at this auspicious occasion of the 2024 Vanguard Economic Summit. I'm very delighted to be here today, particularly the fact that I'm in the midst of great intellectual minds and great assets to our great nation, Nigeria. I'm also pleased about the aptness and the timeliness of the topic for this year's summit. The theme, Reforms in the Era of Global Economic Uncertainty, Whither, Nigeria, embodies for me the tough challenges and the trade-offs that policymakers worldwide are having to make or are having to navigate in response to the choppy headwinds and economic turbulence we all face. In this era that have been aptly captured as the VUCA era, which is the era of volatility, uncertainty, is characterized by choppiness of the headwinds that are driven by an unending stream of shocks in the global and the regional sphere. These have led to what we term today as an elevated level of global uncertainty. It is true, there is an index called the World Uncertainty Index that measures how uncertain the world is today. And the last report of that index says that, and I like the way it summarizes it, so let me read it for you. It says, the shocks that have shaken the global economy in recent years have introduced a new normal for turbulence. These episodes, the turbulence driven in some cases by political fragmentation between countries, these episodes also lifted uncertainty to exceptionally high levels, which in turn hurt economic growth. And I think that's the part that we are particularly interested in today. The uncertainties that we are seeing globally is having significant impact on economic growth and economic outcomes. On this part, the IMF said recently that we are expecting a growth rate of about 3.2% globally. However, it was quick to mention that there is clear risk to the achievement of this economic growth level, and it names those risks as including tight financial conditions, disruptions to global supply chains, geopolitical tension, and economic fragmentation. The economic market, the financial market tightening that we have seen globally has been as a result of monetary authorities taking steps to rein in inflation. And as the market tightening, that has had impact on developing economies like ours, because we have seen flights of investment leaving the global economy back to safety as they worry about risk and uncertainty. Energy and financial markets, as well as world trade goods, have also been impacted significantly by conflict, especially the crisis in the Middle East and the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, which we have seen impacting on trade routes and other markets. These impacts have resulted in a drag on economic growth and has caused significant inflationary pressure. In addition, we have also seen fragmentation that started during the COVID-19, where governments have resorted more to protectionism, to keeping more of what they produce to protect themselves. These kind of protectionism have created uncertainty in global trade. Furthermore, the growth in global debt levels, especially amongst developing countries that are also struggling to pay or to cover the debt repayment schedule, has also created some additional uncertainty in the economic environment. On the domestic front, we have been faced with uncertainty driven by high inflationary pressure, FX volatility, rising debt burden, and slowing economic growth. The challenge of high inflation in Nigeria is driven likely by food inflation due to the rising cost of transport, of farm produce, infrastructure-related constraints, security challenges for food-producing areas, and exchange rate pass-through to domestic prices for imported goods. All of this have created uncertainty for businesses and for homes. Another concern that we face is the volatility in the foreign exchange market, which over the years have been driven by market distortions and reduced supply of foreign exchange, which have created opportunity for speculative activities that have impacted the price and the rate and the value of the naira. In addition, we've had concerns, or more or less, we prioritize as one of the things that we need to do, increasing the capacity of the banking system to be able to facilitate the size of transactions that will help us build and establish the $1 trillion economy that Mr. President has envisioned. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, having identified some of the challenges based on the abundant human resources, which is typified by the great talents and intellectual capacity that I see across the room this morning, and the natural resources in our land, we certainly deserve better outcomes than the current economic realities that we find ourselves. In responding to these uncertainties, and indeed to any kind of uncertainties, the need for appropriate focus and unwavering reforms cannot be overemphasized. As the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, I remain committed to reposition the bank to deliver meaningful, data-driven, and sustainable solutions with clear positive impact on the lives of all Nigerians. Nigerians. However, addressing these challenges requires the concerted effort of all stakeholders, especially the monetary and fiscal authority working in harmony. I therefore wish to acknowledge the contribution of Vanguard newspaper in organizing this very important summit as a platform for collaboration and synergy in the march towards our common goal of a larger and more resilient economy. When I was being ushered in, I had the opportunity to greet the publishers, adorable one, and I was going to whisper to them a big thank you for putting this together. Because we hope that at the end of this summit, we'll be able to harness many new and germane ideas that will. The settlement of all valid efforts forward, which was one of my topics when I came on the Central Bank of Nigeria, as the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, has also improved the confidence of stakeholders. We are already seeing the result of this reform in the growth of FX flows into the country. In fact, the FX flows into the one of 2024 was 136% of the total inflows that we had in the whole of 2023. I think that deserves a round of applause. In addition, we are working to address the challenges in the BDC segment. To this end, we have developed and revised regulatory and supervisory guidelines for bureau exchanges operation in Nigeria. This is aimed at ensuring that BDCs play the right role that they have been envisioned to play in the foreign exchange market. In addition, we have also revoked the license of BDCs who have been established, have been involved in unwholesome practices. Also, we continue to be focused on increasing the flow from diaspora remittances into the economy via official channels to improve liquidity in the foreign exchange market. We are working closely with key stakeholders in this segment, and recently, to push this forward, we licensed 14 new IMTOs, which are international money transfer operators, to enhance competition, efficiency, and transparency in the foreign exchange market. We continue to be committed to a transparent and functional FX market where price discovery market-driven frameworks, and we are confident that this will lead to long-term stability of the Naira, which I hope is what all of us see. Let us be able to know exactly what the rate of the Naira is at any given time. Furthermore, the bank is in the process of implementing far-reaching reforms in the banking system, which include increasing the capital requirement for banks to improve financial system stability and enhance the capacity of banks to support the 1 trillion economy envisioned by Mr. President. Measures are also being taken to improve and